Hui hui! It's louisity again, and for this video, I'm going to either save or drop a book. Hooray! So I found this video idea from Jesse the Reader, and I thought to myself, this is giving me a video idea, and might as well do it. So I decided this seems to be fun, and yep, here I am doing this video. So let's begin. So here's a jar containing different book series. Now I'm going to do first a save or drop the book using books in series. I might do a separate one for standalones, so watch out for that. So here it is. I'm going to pick a couple of books, or rather a couple of sheets from this jar, and I'm either going to save or drop one of them. I'm nervous. Well, good luck to me. So there's going to be 5 rounds. Now let us begin with round 1. Let me pick the first book. I'm not looking at the jar. So this one. Okay, versus, what is it going to be? Okay. Okay. Not sure if you're seeing it. Shatter Me series and the Hunger Games trilogy. Oh, both that are dystopian. Let me just get the books quick. So I'm picking here, I guess in terms of the Hunger Games, this one was my most favorite. And for the Shatter Me series, this is my favorite. Okay, so with the Hunger Games trilogy, I know y'all know about the story about Panem and of course Katniss. They have this annual Hunger Games, and whoever the district that's gonna win is gonna be getting huge prizes. And with Shatter Me, it's about Juliet, who has a lethal touch. Now originally the series is a trilogy, but suddenly they had a follow-up, and here in Restore Me, we get to see Juliet as a leader of, of North America, I believe it's the Resistance. Sorry, kind of bad with the exact details. But anyway, still, I kind of enjoy the narrative for Restore Me. That's why I really, I decided rather to pick this book. And with Hunger Games, it was a decent experience. So it is kind of tough because in terms of consistency, the Hunger Games was consistently decent, good. But honestly, the Hunger Games trilogy isn't a trilogy or a series that I would say that blew me away, that I would say that I would include in an all-time favorite list. With the Shatter Me series, now there were books here that had more impact to me, the latter ones. But the first, especially the first book, y'all know how I felt about that. It was more of a smutty or an erotica novel to me, rather than being dystopian. So, oh gosh, this is gonna be kind of difficult. Which one am I gonna save? And I have yet to read the last 2 books, so I think for now I'm gonna have to save Shatter Me series, and I'm gonna have to drop the Hunger Games trilogy, and I'm gonna drop them off nicely. Ooh, that was tough. So round 2. Let me see. Okay, there's this paper right here. Okay, I'm gonna pick both of these 2. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first one is Truly Devious trilogy, and then, oh my gosh, I didn't expect this combination, and the Harry Potter series. Okay, now to be fair, to me with Harry Potter, I had a decent, reading experience with, the entire series generally, except for, of course, the 4th book. The 4th book just kind of put me in a very long kind of reading slump. But I was a lot younger when I started reading this, and I kind of read the books in different time periods of my life. And with Truly Devious, this was the only one that I kind of like read. Now, of course, we all know the story of Harry Potter, you know, and also, of course, a lot of you all know already, I guess, about the wizarding world of Hogwarts. And with Truly Devious, it's about like a mystery crime in a school in Vermont. Now, it's kind of still tough because with Truly Devious, this is the only one that I've read in the series, and with Harry Potter, I've read all of them. And in terms of like I said, to me overall, this I had like a decent experience like reading the series. Like to me, it's pretty, it's pretty decent overall, and I really loved like Order of the Phoenix. I remember when I read this, like I didn't study for my exams because I decided to like finish Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix to be specific. But yeah, I wouldn't really say myself that I really became a fan because I only just like read the books and just like enjoy them, but I wasn't really like attached to the series. So yeah, and then the Truly Devious. Now, here's the thing. Like, I love the world here in Truly Devious. Like, I love, Ellingham Academy. Actually, I would even say I would rather be in Ellingham Academy than in the Hogwarts. So, um, but the story for me with this one kind of like lacked the intrigue factor, although they're kind of like different. This is fantasy and this is like mystery. So, oh my gosh. And I have yet to read like the succeeding books, so I don't really know how I will feel about them yet. So let me think. Louisity, brooding, making hard decisions. It's kind of difficult. Let me think quickly. Decisions. So, even though if I am not as excited yet, oh my gosh, to read, but hold on a minute because it wasn't enough. But I kind of, they have like strengths and weaknesses. Like to me, this just lacked the zing, but this one kind of like, and like the zing of the world, and this one, Truly Devious. Like, I love Vermont a lot more. Maybe it's because I want to go to Vermont. Oh my gosh. I think, but to be fair, in terms of like I guess I'm just gonna judge it right now from like the book that I'm holding. So I think I'm gonna have to drop, Truly Devious for now. Drop it nicely, and I'm gonna have to save Harry Potter, especially Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, just because in terms of the story, it's the one that I had like a better reading experience and elicited emotions out of me. So just to be fair, except for Harry Potter 4, the series all throughout is way, was more decent, and like the one that I'm holding, like I'm definitely gonna be saving Order of the Phoenix, and I enjoyed this story a lot more compared to Truly Devious. Okay, that was really hard. So round 3. Okay, let's see. And then the other one would be, okay, I think I'm gonna pick this one. This one. Okay. So, Percy Jackson series. And, oh my gosh. Fallen series. So, another tough one. Let me be right back. Okay, so Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. Now I'm picking my favorite in the series, which has to be The Last Olympian, based on my reread. Now this is like the final book in the series where they get to be involved in the war against the Titans, against Kronos, and Passion, which is the third book in the Fallen series, where Lucy and Daniel get to travel through time and discover about like the different relationships that they had, different reincarnated forms and all. So this is what the story is about. Now, okay, I think my process of elimination is just gonna be, based on the series. Now these two are like some of my all-time favorite series, the Fallen series and Percy Jackson, the Olympian series. Now it's kind of tough, but I think I'm going to base it on like what kind of made me brood more. And as you can see in my rereading vlogs of the Percy Jackson the Olympian series, like each of the books like made me appreciate the series more. Now I might appreciate this series more if I reread it, but yeah, I think this had more impact. Like some of the books in the series were just kind of like okay for me. This one is the one that really stood out. And of course, Fallen was pretty good. The other two, Torment and Rapture. Rapture had like a great like ending, kind of like an exciting one. And who knows, maybe there's going to be another series that's going to be created that is set there. But yep, I'm going to have to save Percy Jackson the Olympians and drop the Fallen series. Drop it nicely. Round 4. So, next pair. Okay. And then you can try to pick. Hold on a minute. Okay, so A Dark and Terrible Beauty. I believe this is what the series is called. This is written by Libba Bray. And Twilight series. Okay, now this is going to be easy. So this is A Great and Terrible Beauty, written by Libba Bray, and Twilight, written by Stephanie Meyer. Now, both of these books I didn't exactly love. This one was just okay, and this one is like my standard of, dreadful books or books that will give you a dreadful reading experience. So, yeah, though this one was kind of like, it was okay. It doesn't really make me want to eat, it doesn't make me eager to like buy and own and read the succeeding books in the series. Also, I know they're going to be difficult because I don't see them much in the bookstores here in the Philippines. But this one is like the epitome, like I said, my standard of if you want a book that will bring you a dreadful reading experience. Because I know some of y'all love this one, but to me it's just like, it just brought me a dreadful reading experience. So obviously, I'm going to have to save A Great and Terrible Beauty. I might give the series, another chance. So is like truly Devious, y'all know. And I'm going to drop Twilight. Drop it. Still be nice with the books. I'm going to drop it nicely. I thought I did a bad job of holding A Great and Terrible Beauty. So for a better picture, for a better image of how the book looks like. And round 5, the final round. So the final pair, let me just show you their titles for, the books. Dark Divine Trilogy, which is written by Brita Spain, and Millennium Trilogy, written by Stieg Larsson. Let me get them. So for this one, I decided to just pick the entire box set just because, it would be very difficult for me to pull them out and put them back in the box. So, and overall, I really like this trilogy and I consider it just this trilogy. Y'all know that there were succeeding books that were written after this, but yeah, I'm just good with the trilogy. And this is the final book in the Dark Divine Trilogy written by Brita Spain, which is called The Savage Grace. Now, this is another like paranormal fantasy and I find it underrated. This deals more with wolves, so if you are looking for more stories that are like about wolves and you want to go back and read some paranormal fantasy series, I definitely recommend for you to read the Dark Divine trilogy. And this one, of course, is like a suspense book. Now, this one has like a different story compared to like the other two. Like this one's about a missing girl or missing woman, and then these two is about like there was some sort of a like crime that happened, and Elizabeth Salander, who happens to be one of the main characters, were accused of doing such, and they kind of like go succeedingly. So, and if you're going to consider like reading the trilogy as it is, you would kind of like and be satisfied with the sort of cliffhanger towards the end of the girl who kicked the hornet's nest. So, which of these two am I going to save and drop? Now, it is quite tough because both of these I would say are also in my all-time favorites, series, because overall I really love these like trilogies. But if I'm gonna have to save one and drop one, I'm gonna have to drop the Dark Divine trilogy, just because the first book wasn't that captivating compared to like this trilogy wherein I enjoyed, devoured, and really was able to immerse myself into kind of like the narrative. It's like the narrative was really impacting to me. So I'm gonna have to drop the Dark Divine trilogy nicely and save the Millennium trilogy. So I'll be putting an image in front of my face about some book series or trilogies that I haven't read yet. Let me know which one will you be saving or dropping, and your feedback will be helpful. So I guess that's about it. If you folks like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also click that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon. Somewhere down there, keep yourselves posted about my videos. I'll also be putting down the links and handles of my social media accounts, so feel free to check me out and follow me there as well. As always, thank you super much for watching. Let us continue seeking for wisdom and unleash the reader in you. Bye y'all.